Hello, and welcome to episode 132 of Trials and Trebuchets. My name's Luke, and I'm the Dungeon Master. Joining me are my players, whose names are...
Hi, my name is Ben, and I play the level 7 gnome wizard Windsor Wallaby, along with his cuddly little companion, Mr. Wiggles.
Meow.
For everyone listening, Luke just put his hands up next to his head to imitate cat ears and went meow.
He's a
Amazing.
little gremlin.
Ooh. Hello, it's me, Carla, and I play the level 7 Tiefling Roguelike Integrity Idleberry. I sell my lemonade up and all my cakes. You know I'm gonna be okay. Yeah. It's a party in Wycliffe, A. It's a party in Wycliffe, A.
Wow,
There
Cliff.
we go.
Hello! Sarah is my name, and Dungeons and Dragons is my game. And I play Mira Marchand, the level 7 half-elf bard. We didn't get to do festival stuff last time, so this time, it's time for the festival. This time, it's gonna be the bestival. This time, let's not get rid of our stressable, because this time, we still have to take a testable.
Incredible.
And I am Sam, and I play level 7 human sorceress, Saranep Cinderman. And at this time-honored tradition, I am once again ready to fight some kids.
And last time on Trials and Trebuchets, the students tested lemonade in Saranep's dorm while discussing who they should offer the job of shepherd of potentiality to, eventually settling on the one and only choice. Keepsy, the keeper of the list of warlocks. They then tried to commune with their pebble mentor, failing on all accounts, but parted for the evening with plans to meet back up at the Autumn's End Festival that next fucking morning. It's finally here, folks.
It's happening!
Yeah.
It's happening.
I'm excited.
And now this entire episode will be the 20 minutes between you leaving Saranep's room and getting back to your dorms. No, that is not true.
That is not
Let's
true.
go explore the crawl space
Yeah.
and talk to Professor Clementine,
yes,
you guys.
perfect.
We still have to do those things. We should do that right now.
Yes, true.
The night passes without great circumstance, for the most part. Could you all just describe what your dreams are this night? This night, the last night before the festival begins, when some might have some trouble sleeping just in excitement or anxiety of their parents' imminent arrivals or the tournaments or just the amount of people that will be on campus. All of this and more. But tell me what did you do during the night, or like what dreams did you have if you actually managed to get some sleep?
Okay, Mira has a dream where she is at the lake by her like childhood house with her sisters, and they're like skipping rocks on the lake. But it's weird because all the rocks have all the names of like people Wildcliff on them, and that's the dream.
Is it like nightmare-y, where it's like you pick up a rock and it
like-
says like Mira Marchand, and then you wake up?
It's one of those dreams where it makes sense in context when you're having the dream. You're like, oh yeah, these are the rocks of my Wildcliff friends. And then you wake up and you're like, why did I take that for granted? That makes no
Take
fucking
it for
sense.
granted.
Hey, it's just unsettling.
Yeah. Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Well, what about the rest of you?
I know what Windsor's dreaming about.
Oh.
Windsor is dreaming that, he's on a road that leads to his family's farm, and he just gets in view. It's like a beautiful, nice day. There's the tree that's over by the hill. There's the house. There's the field. His parents are standing in front of the house. He's like a little bit away. They're waving at him to try and bring him over. And he's like trying to run to them, but he's not getting any closer. And the distance is getting wider and wider. And then he sort of like trips and falls into like a gaping shadow.
Oh.
And then like a golem's hand like reaches out and like pulls him under.
Spooky.
Oh shit. Y'all are getting really like existential with this one. I was like, what are your happy-go-lucky festival dreams? And you're like,
Damn.
here's what is weighing on me as a person. Good shit. What about the other two?
I had a dream that Integrity, by the way. Integrity had a dream where
Assumed. Yes, I
Where-
did assume that.
Marundine is wearing shoes and
Whoa.
he's trying to kick something, but then there was a close up inside his shoes. It's actually a house. And inside the house that is the shoe is Integrity Idleberry and a room full of many stuffed animals
What?
who are all talking to her, but like she does not understand them.
This is like some Wonderland shit. What the hell?
Yeah, that's an integrity dream, all right.
What the fuck?
There once was a tiefling who lived in a shoe.
Oh, with Integrity shoes on. Integrity
This is
lives.
gonna be for a character study.
What about Serenepth?
I think after everyone leaves, Serenepth is going to do a once over of her room like one more time to make sure everything that her parents will like is like viewable. So like her study books, maybe a few like family, like a family jewelry box with like some like rings and stuff in it, like nice display to kind of be like, hey, I am a successful academic and I'm proud of my family,
Yeah.
and look at all how nice it is. And like she's hiding like the little like tin of cookies that she's bought, like the fun little things that she's kind of collected, like the deck of cards and that kind of stuff away. And then I feel like her dreams are a mix of like wandering in like the undercampus and then that feeling where you're falling and you wake up, like you're falling but you wake up before you hit the ground.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of her trying to cool down for the night.
Okay.
And then she wakes up the next morning because Virgil wants to have snacks.
Excellent. Oh, I do adore Virgil. What a good
Virgil is amazing and I
boy.
love him.
That purple amethyst crystals. Those purple amethyst crystals are quite large at this point. His bristly fur, just a good hedgehog.
Beautiful hedgehog.
So, yeah, the night does pass without much in the way of bad emotions for the most part, other than the ones described by you, the players. But that's just dreams, and that kind of stuff can kind of be like pushed to the back of your mind a bit more in the excitement. Or if you wanted to focus on it, that's up to you. But my point here is that it's not like anything else horrible happened, as the nighttime is wont to do at Wildcliff. And when you wake up in the morning, you wake up on a beautiful, foggy day. We, the observers of the campus, would see the final little pieces coming together early in the light, before the sun has come up properly. Vendors have begun to arrive and setting up small canvas tents, wooden booths. Some people just have full-ass wagons that they've somehow brought here that they are just setting up in front of and selling things out of, selling their wares.
I mean, how do you think they got them up there? It's a magical school,
It's
so I
magic.
imagine they got them up there somehow with magic.
I mean, well, yeah, obviously, Ben.
Well, it's not like they have a
What
crane.
else would they get here? A giant crane that goes
could.
down the face
Why
of the
can't they have a
cliff.
crane?
Crow Mercantile Crane
Crow
merchandise.
Mercantile branded
Is
crane.
this how the trebuchets happen? Where like they
Oh
throw
my
people
God.
Is someone selling a trebuchet? If we band together, can we buy it?
So, those helical wooden like structures that were being built, you had seen them being built all week, almost like observation decks high above near the like roof of the cavern of the campus of Wildcliff. Those have been fully complete, and on the there's like spots to unfurl giant banners of a sort, and currently there are banners on them and they are still rolled up / yet to be unfurled in some manner. The grass around campus, again, unseasonably green. It should be like a dark brown and kind of dying at this late in autumn, right? The main area, I think it's important to say, that main vendor village kind of area where there's just things that people of like the students of Wildcliff have set up, like that they got permission from the planning committee to have booths, your typical harvest fair. And then as well as the other like actual off-campus vendors who have come here, who have set up tents and all these stalls. And there's this big archway made of like a gold. It looks like wicker, but is like covered in gold, right? And almost like the surface of it seems to be moving as you look at it, right? Especially early in this morning. Like with all the fog and everything, you can see the condensation on like resting on it, and it just like is a beautiful morning scene. And you would see, I think, we would see like a couple of people from the planning committee going around to these different like vending stalls and getting that stuff, making sure everyone has permitting and all these types of things. And I think the final thing that we, the observers, would see, and maybe the students could see from their rooms, I think Serenep, you'd be able to see this from your room. I imagine the Nobles students' rooms, or like the advanced student rooms, sorry.
The Noble
have like
students' rooms.
Sorry, did I use the wrong word?
There are no there's no favoritism here. What are you talking about?
I would imagine that you all have very nice views. Like you have, like there's restricted sight lines on campus, and that's all of the advanced student dormitory rooms. So from your vantage point, you could probably see this entire fair going down Serenep. And you could probably see standing on the roof of the alchemy building, because it's like a open garden kind of style roof, Serenep. You would see a very dressed up headmaster of yours standing there and kind of watching from the roof everything happening.
What the fuck?
What?
I'm imagining like the roof is like, I don't know how to explain, like a triangle roof, you know what I mean? And he just has one foot on either side, watching over the space,
he's not
like
okay,
Batman.
okay. He's not Batman standing like a gargoyle on the corner of the alchemy building. I
was kind of also picturing that.
He was standing there. The roof of the alchemy building is flat. There's a beautiful garden up there, and like a separate like office that is where his office is, folks. And he is just standing there drinking like a cup of coffee and observing the morning's events. What do the four of you who don't have classes for the next week want to get up to as the campus comes alive for the day?
Do we know when the parents are getting here? Is that today, or is that or is it like an official day that's happening?
That is variable. Are you going to have this conversation with one another, or are you just asking me, the dungeon master?
I think like everyone kind of goes down to breakfast, or she sees some people at breakfast, and she asks them like, do you know when the parents are getting here? Like, do you guys know like when your parents are getting here? Like, trying to compare notes, I guess, of like when should I style my hair a certain way and start wearing my makeup and the stuff again? Like,
well, my mom said that she'll be here in a couple of days. But I don't know. She's one for surprises, so I never really know.
Like I don't remember there being an official welcome the parents to the school day for the festival, so I just gotta keep on my toes about everything until I know that they're here or not.
I think they just plan on trickling in every now and then during the festival. I don't think there's any like specific time or day that they all gotta arrive, because imagine the traffic. Haha.
What do your parents like look like? Because if we see like some like snobby rich people, we can like alert you and be like, "Hey, Serenep, your parents are here. Go like do your hair or something."
Okay. I don't know how to describe, because my mom changes her hairstyle every once in a while, like trying to, keep up with the trends and that kind of stuff of like noble hair wear. So, I mean, last time I saw her hair was like curled, and she had like not a tiara, but like just kind of like a headdress on. And that was her like, oh, look how fancy I am. My Dad.
I think when you say this, Serenep, like saying like, oh, that was like the in fashion. I think the one and only Angelica Lindman would sit down at the table this early morning, dressed very, very much the way which you, Serenep, have just described. This curled hair, this kind of very ornate-looking headdress, not looking like the. It would be quite.
She's trying too hard.
She's
Poor
trying.
Angelica.
Yeah, she looks like she's
that's so
trying.
sad, actually. Oh, damn it.
Angelica, I haven't seen this dress since the royal ball in like 2 years. Oh my gosh.
So you're saying that Angelica does not like have infinite clothes? So you're saying that this is a reworn dress?
What?
I mean, it's
What
not
do you
like we
mean
have
by
infinite
that?
closets here.
Is there something wrong with wearing the same thing more than once?
I'm sorry I've drawn so much attention to this. I just wanted to say that you look very nice today, Angelica. Not to say you don't always look nice.
I need you to roll persuasion very quickly, though.
Ooh.
Serenep.
Ooh.
As Angelica kind of, she was like coming in to sit down, and then all of you started commenting.
I was just excited to see the dress again. That is a nat 20. Excuse you.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay. She looks a bit embarrassed, but then we'll sit down nonetheless, and we'll say, "Well, I have to dress nicely if my parents and grandparents are or grandparent is going to be here, Serenep."
Did they say when they were coming? Like,
I didn't hear it. I think they're coming today sometime.
okay,
okay.
okay.
And then she'll look at the rest of you, and Winsler specifically, I think she'll address you and say, "I don't think there's anything wrong with wearing the same thing over and over again, as long as you look really nice in it." And kind of like flick her hair at that and kind of turn away from you.
Well, I think I look fairly nice in the stuff that I wear all the time.
You do, Winsler, and I'm going to
They're
pat
nice.
him in the back.
They're nice.
Just
To be
take-
clear,
I'm gonna-
Angelica's the rude one, right? Or both of them are rude?
They're differently rude.
Okay.
I'm gonna take off my
Karina
hat.
is the alpha. Angelica is the beta.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take off my hat and sort of like
Yeah. The one
mimic
with the top cut off.
mimic Angelica a bit and like flip my head a little bit to try and do that, and then put my hat back on.
Okay, Serenep is gonna stand up from the table, and she's going to start walking away, but she's gonna put her hands on. She's gonna like lean down next to Angelica, and
Yes.
she's gonna say, "I say I'm sorry I brought so much attention to this, but I'm
No, I look
serious."
great. It's fine.
You are honestly, yes, I love it. I'm going to go get changed, and she kind of
Okay.
heads out.
Yeah, Sereneth runs away for like 40 minutes.
Probably longer. With no like chambermaid to help her get ready.
Do the rest of you talk about anything while Sereneth is gone? I presume you're going to wait for her. I presume it's pretty early in the morning, right?
Hey, Integrity.
Yeah.
Did you do anything about that form that we were supposed to complete in order to have the whole like lemonade stand be official and all that? Have you done that yet?
Mira?
Oh, I got it. I was thinking of just like bringing it to Bailey sometime today, just so you can get that set up quickly. But maybe, do you want to come with me? Because I feel like Bailey is scared of you, and I feel like if you show up, Bailey might like be like, "Oh, I guess I have to approve this." You know what I mean?
I think that is a wonderful idea. Alina?
Perfect.
Alina, in the middle of eating a
Watermelon.
piece of watermelon, kind of takes a crunch out of it and will look at you, Integrity, as she chews, and then say, yeah, how can I help you? That was weird. What do you want?
Were you able to prep those 3 batches of muffins for me?
I got 3. I don't know how good they are, though. I have them back in our room. I don't know if they're any good, but I can bring them by
Alina,
later.
your baking's always good. It's gonna be good. Don't worry. Integrity, they're gonna be good.
Okay. Thank you so much. I will pay that back later when you bring the muffins to our stall. But right now we have to deal with actually being able to have the stall. Hopefully. And I'm going to like...
I mean, I'm sure Bailey will let us have the stand, right?
Absolutely.
I like
And I'm-
look to is Bailey in the is he in the dining hall?
As you look around, you do not see a Bailey Blue. But Mira, as you are looking around, it's a packed house this morning. More so than usual. There's a lot of just people just standing, which is irregular to see in dining hall. And so make a perception check. I think it's very quickly evident that he might not be here, but
Ugh. Well, I didn't get a good roll on that because that's a 5 plus a 3. So that is an 8 on my perception roll.
okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people around. You assume he's not in this room.
Wouldn't it make sense, like, for the rest of us to do checks if we're looking for the same person, or no?
It would. Yeah. I guess if you want to make those checks, sure, feel free.
I mean, that's
I'm
what
not
my
going
dices
to.
are for.
Make a perception check, Integrity Idleberry, level 7 Tiefling Roguelock, Warlock of the list.
Well, I rolled bad too, so I
Oh.
got a 9.
Okay, yeah. If there's a lot of people in here and you're unsure, you assume Bailey Blue might not be in this room though.
Okay, I guess we're just
You and
bad
Mira at the
looking.
exact same moment come to this exact same realization that Bailey Blue, president of the planning committee, renowned student, goody two shoes, is not here, presumably.
You gotta fight Bailey for the amount of titles that Integrity has.
Where else could he be, Mira?
Sometimes he just like goes to the empty classrooms in the day, I think, just like to study. And I know that because there was like a meeting for the planning committee that we had, and I was like trying to be friendly. I was like, "What are you gonna do after this, Bailey?" And he just like didn't even talk to me, and then like he walked away and like went to a classroom, and I guess he was studying in there, so he might be there somewhere. We can like look for him throughout the day, maybe.
Okay.
That's a good idea because I feel like we need to do this sooner rather than later. Otherwise, we're not gonna be able to do the lemonade thing.
Shh! Don't
Yeah.
say that, Winsler. You're going to curse us.
I mean, all right then. I don't know.
Sorry, I'm just like so nervous that this is not going to happen. So like, I'm doing all the checks so that it happens.
Okay, well, if Bailey doesn't approve you to sell lemonade, we can also always see if Bailey will approve you to sell something else. Like, I'm selling rocks. And then what you do is you go, I'm selling you a rock. And with every rock, you get a free lemonade. Wink. So really, you're selling the lemonade, but like, you don't say it. You know what I mean?
This is a
the
wonderful
trick.
idea. Like, where were you when we were planning all this?
Detention, I think.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So, Serenep, you return to dining hall. Your friends are chatting about the lemonade stand. What is Serenep dressed like now?
I feel like she would be wearing like a very long. I feel like it'd be a very plain dress because like to keep
Yeah.
cooler during the day. But then over it is like this wrap that like is like covered in like swirling colors and like leaves, like autumn leaves falling off of a tree, like kind of like an array that she has like wrapped over her arms, and like it kind of falls down her side. It covers like up to the neck and everything. Like she has like wrapped around kind of like a scarf as well, which you don't usually do, but like it's to, you know, cover up all the scars and stuff.
Scars. Yes.
And on her head, I think she actually like pulled the wrap up as well over her head. And like it's sort of like, yeah, what the noble people do to like, you know, like keep the sun off their face, like kind of pull it over
Yes.
to like do all that stuff. So she's hiding
Yes.
her hair effectively. And
Okay.
she has like the makeup on again that like covers all like signs of her having like any kind of scales.
Yes. Okay, wonderful. So Serenep returns to dining hall, now dressed and looking like a proper noble, and you can all continue to chat if you'd like, or if there was other actions you'd like to take, like all of you going and trying to find the one and only Bailey Blue, or exploring the festival grounds, or if you wanted to go meet with anyone else. This festival is your proverbial oyster.
Oh,
I think
Yeah,
getting
oyster.
getting the Bailey Blue thing out of the way
Uh-huh.
and getting that over with so that we can actually go and have fun.
That's a good.
I
yeah.
think that's a good plan of action because if we get that out of the way, we don't have to worry about them ever again.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
We're
Yeah.
going to off Bailey Blue.
I mean,
It's
Okay.
been the plan from the
I'm
start.
not opposed to that.
What we should have done long ago.
Let's get that out of the way.
This is a Bailey Blue
Winsler says.
channel.
let's just get that out of the way. Crack knuckles.
Jesus.
Where'd you get brass knuckles from?
I made them.
So,
Oh, shit.
describe, fabricate, baby.
Conjuration, baby.
Describe to me how you find Bailey Blue.
I imagine if he's one in the empty classrooms,
Uh-huh.
if I know Bailey Blue, I would think they would be studying in a classroom that I know nobody would ever dare go to disturb him.
Uh-huh.
So he's
Okay.
definitely in a divination classroom.
Ooh.
Divination burn.
Dang, that sucks, divination. Okay. So in that case, the four of you make your way to the divination building, which is on the periphery of this wonderful festival grounds.
Awesome.
Meaning you must trod through it to get there. How's that? You see tons of different market stalls almost. It feels integrity. I think it would feel like when you're back at home, because there's just like a bunch like markets that are just like very transient, right? Like they'll pop up one night and then everyone will be gone the next day, and it'll be a whole new set of like merchants and everything. Winsler, this is like when you would go with your parents to like the big city, to like the Bridgefort, to like sell some cows or buy some cow feed and stuff like that.
Like when my pa sold a cow for some beans.
Yeah, like when you yes, like when your pa sold a cow for some beans.
Oh,
Much
that's
to
the
the
person
chagrin-
who taught me how to do this. And I throw my like my squall from the air,
Oh my god.
and then I take the metal part, which would be
Uh-huh.
like the blade part in a knife,
Yes.
by my finger. So like
mhm.
I don't get sliced, but like it's sort of
Okay.
like
You just toss your knife up in the air and do like a little cool flip trick with it.
yeah. Like that
Okay, yeah.
that was the person that taught me that.
Yeah, Integrity is referencing there's a knife throwing booth. What's the name of the knife throwing booth, Integrity?
It's raining knives and shields.
It's raining knives and shields.
I thought you were going to say it's
Hallelujah.
raining knives and dogs. I was going to be like, what the fuck?
Knives and shields.
It's raining knives and shields. Okay, there's a knife
It's also a
throwing.
pet store.
It's also yeah, there's that stall. There's a very, very, very shady looking like dude standing out front who's like picking his teeth with one knife and like holding some others. There's like a bunch of them set up on like the wooden thing in front of you. It looks super duper rigged, the whole shebang.
Who
Integrity,
let this guy in?
he taught me how to use knives. Integrity, can you make a sleight of hand check while you do your knife trick, please?
Oh no.
Oh my god. Integrity loses a finger.
Such fond memories. I throwing knives, him stealing my money.
Oh no, you lost a finger. Oh no.
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Integrity points this out to you all and kind of like flips one of her knives, the one gifted to her by Delnus Wraithrin, this lightning bolt shaped squall dagger around in her hands a couple of times, does some very fancy tricks with it as you walk by. You all smell the lovely scent of many different baked goods, competing baked goods. Some of them might smell very familiar. Some of them might smell very different from what you would classify as an appropriate autumn food.
Edible.
For instance, some people there's like an entire stall that's just Jim's Jellos, which is just a very large dwarven man who is selling Winsler a local delicacy that you would know, which is jellied, just different objects suspended in jellies. Did I say
Jellied cow
Jellos?
tongue.
Did I say
Jellos.
Jim's Jellos?
Jim's
Oh
Jellos.
no, that's a brand name, right? Jim's Jellies. It's the O is scratched out and it just says jellies actually. But it's like different things suspended in very, very, very bright jelly.
Aspects.
Winsler. And like the crowning thing that I'm gonna ask you the name of, like please name this dessert for me, Winsler, it's like a orange jelly it has little bits of just very regular fruit jammed inside of it, and on the top, deliciously, there you put this in a bowl, a large bowl, and then you pour warm milk over it. So what is this delicious dwarven treat called?
Fruit jelly brie?
Fruit jelly brie.
Like, you know, like jamboree, but a jelly brie.
Okay. There is Jim the dwarf selling fruit jelly brie.
Incredible.
Yeah, and then there's the regular baked goods. There's a lot of halfling stalls with brilliant looking baked goods, the most ornate pies and other things that you've ever dang seen. There might be a stall where it's just a old kind of slow putting around what looks like Aarakocra, a humanoid bird race, and they seem to be putting around Mira, and they're arranging different like what look like fiddles in a row. And they look to be beautifully made. But like all of these things and more, there's like a crystal salesperson, there's like all these kind of things as you walk by. There's a place that you can go like dunking for apples, all this beautiful stuff, and as you walk through, you make your way to the divination department, and it's kind of easy. There's not a huge crowd at this point. It does seem that a lot of people are just like walking around and showing their parents the campus itself first, or like, this is where I go, this is like my classroom. And so when you walk into the divination building proper, I think you see like 2 or 3 students like that showing their parents who have promptly arrived. Just like, this is, you see one student, they're like they're a wood elf of sorts, and they're walking down the stairs, and they'll say, yeah, and we learned how to read tea leaves, and it was a really good time. But then Professor Deeptar actually couldn't continue going to class. I think they were sick or something, and so that class got canceled. There's a different one that I'm taking now that's pretty neat, and we're learning about how to like actually transcribe prophecies. And they walk out of the building as their like very proud looking parents listen to them, leaving you all alone in this department to go and look through empty classrooms until you find the one where Bailey Blue is in.
The one and only.
Because apparently this is something that Bailey Blue does, which is sit in empty classrooms like a villain.
Yeah.
He is a villain.
That sounds like Bailey Blue. You're making it seem like it's weird for him to do that.
So you describe to me how like you're checking these rooms. Are you just like opening the door and like peeking in, or are you going to like stand by the door and listen to see if anyone's inside first and then move on to the next one? Like, that's a kind of weird thing that I suggested there, but I'm just curious. Like,
I figured we had a system like
sings
each
off-key.
person is like opening a door at the same time, Scooby-Doo style.
Yeah.
I think we all see that nobody's there. In sync, we close it,
the door.
shuffle on to the next set of 4 doors.
Okay. Perfect.
I like that idea.
I mean, it's not like there's a window at my height, so.
It's true. Mira, on like the 3rd attempt at this, all of you open the door in sync. You didn't synchronize, like you aren't purposefully doing this. It's just the rhythm of it is so easy to slip into.
Yeah.
You
You're
pull
just
open,
perfect heights to do
Open,
this.
close, open, close.
Yeah.
you
Like-
open this,
And then all
what?
of a sudden we go into like a singing montage like from Phineas and Ferb. I like the one where it's like, I don't got rhythm. Got rhythm.
So Mira, you open one of these large wooden doors in front of you. There's only like 12 classrooms in the entirety of the divination department, which is probably way too many for even the amount of students that are here. But nonetheless, you open one of these doors in this wildly abandoned department, and sitting there at a desk, not facing into the classroom, but like he turned the desk around so he would be facing the door, so whoever came in would be directly facing them, is Bailey Blue. He has a large ledger book set out on the table and a big quill with like a very long white feather coming off of it, and you can see him very like with a flourish, like writing things in this ledger book of sorts. And he, the one and only Bailey Blue, will look up at you, Mira, and then the other 3 of you as you crowd around when Mira doesn't slam her door in unison with the rest of you, and will say, "Can I help you? I'm kind of in the middle of something right now."
Oh, sorry, Bailey.
Classes are over.
Yeah. Are you good?
I'm doing festival planning right now, Mira. Shouldn't you be doing this too? Aren't you part of the planning committee still?
Yeah, I actually have a festival planning related question for you, which is why I'm here with my friends who are related to the question.
Oh, amazing. It's great to see that you're doing a great job, as usual. And he will close the ledger book and like sit there, hands crossed, waiting for you to come into the room as if it is his office.
God, this fucking weirdo.
Do we have to give him an apple? I feel like we have to give him an apple or something.
There's an apple.
Conjure an apple and be like, back, demon, back!
So.
No, that's doctors.
So, Mira, what do? Do you just walk up and hand it to him?
Yeah, I'll walk up. I'll give him the application that Integrity gave me, and I will say, yeah, we have one potential last-minute addition to the festival stall docket. Integrity and Winsler here had a lemonade stand that they wanted to do a little bit of vending for, and there isn't any current lemonade stand that I saw, so we were thinking this would really enhance the festival market area.
Lemonade's not very autumnal, is it?
It was the best that we could do. Because I don't know if there's really any fruit that like exemplifies fall other than apples, and they were out of apples when we went to order any, so the best we could do was lemons. You know,
it's a very we like perfected this recipe over a whole evening. It's a real autumn's blend.
You know what they say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
Yeah.
And sell it.
I personally think that with everyone walking around during this festival, having a refreshing glass of lemonade would definitely up their spirits for continuing to look at the wonderful displays I have seen set up so far.
Oh, and people are going to work up a sweat dueling, you know? Like, they're going to need something cooler and refreshing than some of the existing products.
Well, the thing is, and Bailey will kind of set the form, which I imagine was folded up very tightly, like in Integrity's pocket way before she gave it to you, Mira. And so it's just like this wrinkly kind of piece of paper. And he will set it down on the table and like put all of his fingertips on it, right? As if to like be like, I'm making a point right now. And he'll say, as far as the dueling goes, there's dining hall with free refreshments for all the students and students' guests. And then as far as walking around the actual festival goes, isn't that what ciders are for? Of which, Mira, you should know, we already have 5 whole cider stalls. I don't think there's a need for another beverage.
You can never have too much beverage, Bailey.
And if I may, ciders generally are a heavier drink. What if someone wants something cold but lighter on their stomachs? Lemonade would definitely be a wonderful alternative to have.
But the thing is, you're not thinking about all the people. Integrity.
There's nothing wrong with autumn. Autumn is good. It's starting to get colder and it's beautiful. But a lot of people really like summer. And it's sort of reminiscent of summer without it being summer. So I think that adding this adds depth to this autumn's festival. We can't just, like focus on one thing. Variety and diversity is very, very important. So I really think that this lemonade stand is going to be a great addition to your wonderful planning of this celebration. Like, it's so beautiful out there, Bailey, and it's just missing that one stand.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage, Integrity, because you made a
I mean,
bad summer argument. Oh, Winsler, sorry, Winsler.
Does it being winter stop people from eating ice cream?
The answer is no. Bailey,
I don't
you
eat
can't.
ice cream in the winter. It makes
Yeah, but
my
we're not
teeth
we're not
hurt.
talking about just you. We're talking about like
when I bite it.
just general like population.
I think I'm a perfect representation of the general population.
I mean, where I'm from, there is a winter delicacy made of shaved ice that you eat during the winter. Like, I understand that you might not be a fan of having a cold drink during a cold season, but a lot of people enjoy it.
By the way, my persuasion roll. So you said with
perfect.
disadvantage.
Perfect. Yeah.
Without the additions, or like my disadvantage is 16 plus 5. I
Okay,
got 16
so-
and 18.
Okay, so 21.
Damn.
Yeah.
God, you have such high fucking charisma abilities. God damn it.
Sorry.
God damn it.
Bailey
It's
will
like we're gonna force you to drink it.
pick up the form, kind of look at it like at the down the tip of his nose, like at the form, barely even lifting it up, and will fold it up and put it in his pocket, and will say, "I'll see what I can do for you." How does that sound? But I don't make any promises
you can
because
just-
and he'll stand up and he says, "I don't make any promises because what if there's someone with very bad lemon allergies and they can't drink the lemonade? Did you think about that? Integrity?
Okay, what about
That's
people
not a
with
real
apple
thing. Oh,
allergies? I know
There are
that
none. We checked. There
no,
aren't
no,
any.
that is
Okay.
wrong because I know that Benedict over there, like the one that literally just passed by the door, is severely allergic to apples. Like right now, he has a mask and is like, "Please don't bring apples close to me, please."
That's true. Bailey, also, if the problem is that the lemonade is too cold for you, what if they offered the option to have it served warm as well?
Who wants warm lemonade though, Mira?
I would drink warm. I would drink warm lemonade.
This
I would
is
drink
when
it right
I
now.
take a lemonade that was cold but is now warm.
Oh,
And from
I'm
inside
gonna
my
like
row.
reach.
well, wait. Why? How? Wait. Integrity Idleberry. How is the lemonade warm now?
Well, it's inside
your
my
pocket.
cloak.
Oh, it's just body temperature.
Yeah.
Oh, gross. So it's like
You could use some
lukewarm.
fire and warm it up.
Oh.
And I'm going to hand it to him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to be like, okay, so right now, like at this temperature, it might not work very well. So I want you to go to like a source of heat.
Here,
and
Windsor,
want
can
me
you
to warm it up?
still produce a flame to warm up the lemonade for Bailey?
Yeah, I can do that. I will cast Produce Flame.
Okay, Winsler in his hand goes whoosh, and little flames appear. Okay, how do Integrity? You're just gonna hold? Is it just like a fucking like a kettle filled with lemonade?
Yeah, it's like it's you need to keep hydrated. Like this was supposed to be just for me. So I'm going to heat it up.
Okay.
And
And then
I guess
pour
on
him a
Winsler's
glass
fiery
on
hand.
Windsor's hands. Yeah. And then you'll pour Bailey Blue a glass of warm lemonade and hand it to him.
Yes.
And he will take it in his hands and look at it really uncomfortably and like look at the four of you watching him. And he'll take a single gulp, a single little sip even of the lemonade. And he makes like a like kind of sound when he sips it. And he goes, "It's really hot. Like if this is the temperature you're going to serve it at, I think you're going to burn a few people."
So they should serve cold lemonade instead. Totally, got it. I'm sure they can serve cold lemonade, right, guys? And I'm gonna like
Yeah.
wink at them.
Yeah, that makes perfect
you are
sense.
Bailey. You are so smart, Bailey. You are so right. They should serve cold lemonade instead. You should approve it only when it's cold. You're so smart.
Fuck. Okay, Mira, make your persuasion check with advantage then.
Hey, I mean, if this doesn't work out, we can always
First
turn him
roll's
into
a
a
4,
frog and then
second roll's a
forge his
12.
signature.
Ben, that's not what that potion is for.
19.
Okay.
The potion is for whatever I deem it like is purpose for.
A 19.
My grandma gave this to me for one
19.
reason, and that is for my wishes.
He clenches his jaw for a moment when you say, "Oh yeah, you should just do it." And then when you're like, "You're so smart,"
Ugh.
he like his like head leans back a little bit as if he's just basking in this.
He's such a schmuck. I hate
And
him.
he'll set down this glass of lemonade and kind of look at you, and he'll say, "Now, I was going to say, if ever you're in charge of the planning committee, which I don't know if you ever will be,
Wow.
you can make the decisions for Autumn's End. But you make a good point. It is my idea to serve it cold.
Yeah.
So if you find a space somewhere on the festival grounds, you can serve lemonade. But make sure it's presentable. Make sure that you let people know that it's students that are selling it. And you have to give you gotta leave a little bit of money to the side just to pay for like permitting and all of that stuff. Okay?
Okay, I see how it is. I'm gonna like look at my friends. Like, are these terms acceptable to y'all?
I mean,
Illegal stand.
Sereneth just nods, like, okay, we'll do this.
yeah.
I mean, if it lets us get the stand, then yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Bailey. You made this idea like so much better.
Yeah, you're so smart.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that we
Honestly,
came to you.
a genius
Yeah,
innovation.
yeah.
I love it.
Integrity standing there with like her mouth like
Just
I don't
clenching
like
her
biting
jaw.
her bottom lip, sort
Yeah.
of like you're so smart.
Pardon? What was that?
So smart.
Who?
This is a wonderful idea by you.
By who? And he'll put his hand to his ear.
By
Oh
you.
my god.
By me? Who am I?
Bailey.
Sereneth puts her hand on Integrity's back. Says, just get it over with. Just get it over with.
He's like holding the form in one hand and like cupping his ear in the other.
Oh my
And
God.
like looking to you with bright, beautiful eyes, like gleaming in the sunlight.
So insufferable.
Bailey Blue. Bailey.
Bailey Blue is smart. Integrity Idleberry said it. The three of you were here and bore witness to it. He takes the form out. He signs he signs his name on it and then starts to hand it back to you, Mira, and then says, "Wait, what does this say about etc. on what you're
And
selling?"
then I like pull it back. And I'm like, thank you so much, Bailey.
and
And then I just like leave. I speed walk
just
out of
run
there.
out of the room.
You know,
Turn around and kind of like try to catch up
You
to
know-
Mira as she like hightails it out of there.
to my friends, I'm like, you know what the best part about all that was? No one's gonna believe him that we said those things.
Good point.
Oh, good. That's
You
very
think people are
Said
gonna
what
like
things?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You think people are gonna like take his word for it? No.
Okay, so where do you want to set up the booth, everyone?
Okay.
In the middle of the field.
In the middle of the no, not in the middle of the field. Oh my god.
Like in the arena? I don't think that's gonna
Yeah.
work.
all right.
It's
well,
like in like one of those like dungeons in like an RPG, how there's like a little healing station somewhere. This is one of those.
I think we should have it on like the edge. So like right before you get to all the stalls, like the first one that you see to your left would be that one.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's a good
Oh
idea.
yeah, because people will see it, and then if they don't want some right away, they'll be walking around for a bit, and they'll be like, "Oh man, remember there was like a lemonade stand at the very
Yeah,
entrance? Let's go back there and get
exactly.
some lemonade." Genius.
Yeah. Seems like the foot traffic there is very good.
Mhm.
Okay. And so I assume Integrity and Winsler, you have something ready to go based on the
Yes.
fact that you two seem to have been preparing for this.
Yes.
Yes. Like before sleeping, Integrity already like picked up her like back at the kitchen, got lemons and sugar
Yep.
and
And before
all
sleeping,
that.
Winsler worked with Kurt to drag
perfect.
some lumber over in preparation.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so there was just this like inconspicuous lumber.
Yeah. Who's gonna question it? It could be just
Of
building
course.
supplies,
Yeah.
which it is.
It is.
It's
You
the
took
truth.
it. And so you can assemble this small booth. Remind me what the name of it was. If I recall properly, it was Lemawand,
Yes.
etc. That was the title that you'd said to me was Lemawand, etc.
That was integrity.
Well, the lemon wand is bigger, and then a very tiny in the
cetera.
end as etc.
Etc. I should
Okay.
also
The sign
should
was
also
made by Sylvie.
Okay.
should also put on like the bottom front, so it has like the top sign on top, and then on the
Yeah.
like, on the bottom where the stand is should write for like by students for all.
Aw.
Cute.
I like that.
Yeah, that's very cute. So the four of you presumably are standing here setting up. A couple of people glance your way. People might stop on the way through and ask for cups of lemonade. Can you, Winsler and Integrity, make combined charisma rolls? Just
Uh-oh.
straight
Ooh.
charisma. So
Uh-oh.
I can tell
Perfect.
how popular this stall
You better
is.
roll high because I'm gonna roll
Is it
shit.
D20?
Just
Believe
a
in
charisma
yourself.
roll. Roll a
Okay,
d20,
charisma
add your
roll.
charisma, please.
Unnatural 20.
That's what I thought. 7.
Okay, so 27 total.
Nice.
I told you. I rolled a 6. Integrity is the face of the operation.
She is. Winsler's the brain.
Yeah.
Winsler's everything else.
Integrity's out front, like handing out the cups. Windler's in the back, like stirring the pot of lemonade.
Just a cauldron
I'm
of
doing
lemonade.
acrobatics right up
Yeah.
front there.
Just
You
a
know?
cauldron.
Oh, okay. Drawing the people in. Yeah, I think 6 or 7 people within the 30 minutes that you're assembling your little stall stop and just like, oh, this is pretty nice. And your students, wow, that's very. You're such entrepreneurs. Wow. And like we'll buy a cup or two of lemonade as they for when they're
Yay.
walking around.
That's all that we asked for. And they all get their one
how
straw.
much they all get a wand straw. How much does a glass cost?
Okay, so I'm thinking it shouldn't be that much because we're students and we want to like draw like people in and we want to be like, this is cool. So, question, how much is cider?
You're gonna run a reconnaissance. While you walk by a tall cup of cider, which is the measurement at the booth. There's a booth right across from you all.
Mm-hmm.
On the right when you walk into the through that big archway to the festival grounds, which is just in the middle of campus, by the way. There's a booth there that's selling cider, and on the left is Lemma Wand, etc.
Right.
What's the name of the booth directly opposite of you all that's selling the cider? What's it called?
Apples, apples, and apples. The best cider.
Oh my
Apples,
God.
apples, and apples, the best cider. Okay, that is what it is called.
There's the exact opposite of what I was thinking, which was sucky cider.
Sucky
Wow.
cider? Wow. So
You
mean.
can't just
No,
sabotage
this is
them.
like,
I know they have
I
a
feel
stick
like this
because
is
they come
like
with
a
straws.
homegrown business. Like they've been doing this for years. Like they know they make some of the best cider.
We'll sabotage them by removing 2 of the apples. So it's just apple.
Apples, the best cider.
Okay.
Their last name is Apples.
Yeah, there's this stall across the way, and their menu is very simple. They have 3 items. They have a tall one. You got a tall boy, a cider. That's 7 gold. But it
Jesus,
looks to
7
be-
gold?
It's like a huge, it looks almost like a small wine keg that they have just fastened a
God.
wooden handle onto. Like
What
it is
the fuck?
absolutely immense. And then you got your rego size, which they would call regular boy, which is just a regular tankard of cider. That'll run you 5 silver. Just to
Okay.
give you an idea of how much larger that big boy is. And then you got like you got kid size, which is a small little metal cup that it costs 1 silver piece.
Are we serving different sizes? Or
So
All right.
like, are there...
So-
comparative pricing. What's up?
What kind of I'm going to imagine that we don't have access to like Mundo size, like massive. I would assume we only have
boy.
sizes accessible for regular and small.
Uh-huh.
So
Yes, that's reasonable.
we're gonna price the small one as the same, so 1
Okay.
silver, because if we were to go any lower, it would be into copper, and I'm pretty sure nobody wants to fork out multiple coins of copper when they can just put 1 on the table. And the regular one will price at 4 silver. So we're
just
undercutting our
undercut them.
prices to draw in people.
Okay. Cool. In that case, let's say you've made 28 silver so far today.
That's pretty good.
In this first little setting up period where Serenep and Mira are just kind of standing there, just looking on, kind of like being like, well, is this gonna work out? Is this okay?
It takes my
I think Serenep would buy herself and Mira each
Okay.
glasses
Oh yeah,
of
we're just like
lemonade to
we're
kind
like
of
sitting there sipping the lemonade out of one straws, like overlooking the situation. I like
Yeah.
also have my eyes on like, do I recognize any of the like adults coming in? Are my parents here? Are Serenup's parents here?
Yeah.
Very good.
takes my mom and pa about twice as long to make this much.
Oh, that makes me very sad. Mira, as you're looking around, you don't yet see parents matching Serenep's parents' description, nor do you see yours. I think almost a bit thankful for that one.
Yeah.
You would, I think, interestingly, see a very well-dressed one of your professors. He is wearing a very gaudy suit,
Oh, so it's Elric.
Oh, boy.
It is silver up top with like it looks like what he would be wearing, Mira, for like if there was a large event going on, if that makes sense, or like something that he was going to be on stage for, right?
Right.
So that kind of appearance, and it's all this silver cloth, as you might just be expecting with the Wraithrins. They have this very fun silver clothing aesthetic. I think their butler Felice always wears a silver suit, so he might even evoke imagery of that. But he just looks very well done. His hair is like combed over slightly as opposed to the frazzled mess that it normally is or has been for the last weeks, ever since the party at the Wraithrins, the murder mystery party, Mira. And he seems to be looking around almost frantically, and he'll make eye contact with you very quickly.
Uh-oh.
Do you try to avert your eyes, or are you just gonna like stare at him and watch him carry on?
I'm gonna watch him carry on. I'm like, what does he want?
Okay, he's going to walk straight towards you in that case, and is going to just shy of like grabbing you by the arms. It looks like he was about to grab you by the arms or something like that, and he goes, "Have you seen Delnis yet today?"
No, I'm sorry, I haven't. But she said that she would like be at the festival and like to talk to her mom and stuff. Sorry, is she
She's
missing?
gonna be here. Is she gonna be here?
That's the impression that I am under. Yes.
He takes a very deep breath in, Mira, and like closes his eyes. It looks like he's recentering himself, and then he'll open his eyes back up and he'll say, "Okay, we need to make a really good impression today."
Oh, all right then. What do you mean by that?
Well, this is the first time you're going to be meeting her. I need her to fall back in love with me. What?
Uh-huh.
Can you play the piano, Mira?
Of course, I can play pretty
Okay.
much everything.
Amazing. Come with me. And he
Oh,
grabs
okay.
you by the arm and begins to pull you off towards like the music department. The
Good luck with the
application
lemonade,
music department.
guys.
Sarah who was standing next to you
Professor
and just
Ray-
kind of watched the entire thing happen. Like the cup was to her mouth. She was just watching with her eyes the entire interaction.
Yeah.
And as you're getting pulled away, she's gonna bring the cup away and she's gonna whisper, "Do you need me to save you?"
Mira just like shrugs, like I don't know what's going on here. It's fine.
How
When I hear
Goodbye, have
Mira
fun.
how
say-
far away is the music department from here in terms of
It
feet?
is in terms of feet?
Yeah.
It's not bordering the festival grounds, so a fair distance. I don't know how far in feet. What are you looking to do?
Okay, I was just thinking about sending Mr. Wiggles to tag along, but I know that the range, the maximum range is
100,
like 100
yeah.
feet, so...
You could.
When I hear
you
Mira
could send-
say, like,
Oh.
good luck with a lemonade stand, I'm going to yell, Professor Wraithrin, buy a lemonade from us!
It'll ruin my voice. I can't. Maybe after, but I need it to be perfect. And then he like continues pulling Mira away.
Is that a promise?
All right, well, despite the fact, I'm gonna poke
Okay.
Mr. Wiggles and send him tailing after those two, like, in the shadows,
Okay.
just to see what
Wiggles-
exactly is going on.
Wiggles follows along in the shadows. Elric Wraithrin, Mira, is jammering at you. He goes, "Okay, I've been composing a piece for the past couple years. I haven't seen her in a while, and it just
Oh.
needs to be perfect. She'll love it. It'll just what?"
Oh, Delnis said that she doesn't like music.
He stops and like rolls his eyes and looks at you,
Oh.
and will say, "Listen, I did it once. The music did this once. It can do it again. Just
Oh.
trust me, okay? You're a great student. You're not gonna mess it up. I know you're probably nervous, but like you're gonna do great.
Oh, wait. You want me to play
You play
a
the
song to it?
piano,
Oh.
and I will sing, profess my undying love."
Yikes.
What do you want me to see first to do like some kind of like recon to see if that's something she'd be interested in first? Just to like,
Oh, like
you
meet
said
her
you haven't.
first?
Yeah, well, you said you haven't spoken to her in a while, and you know, what if she actually hates
8
music now? Because
years?
that's what
8 or
Delnis.
so years.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. You know, maybe I should speak to her first and get a sense of what her interests are now, and then we can
Well, I
reassess.
can't have changed that. She's come to the house a few times. It's big house. You've been there. We just didn't run into each other. So
Right. Wait, maybe I should talk to her and get intel for you.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Okay.
so
15 plus 7 is a 22.
22. He's nodding. He's not. He's like biting his. He's like let go of you at this point. He's like snaps his fingers and points at you. He goes, You're the best student I've ever had, Mira.
Oh.
Go and scout out the situation. Don't mention it at all. It needs to be a surprise. If it's gonna work, it needs to be an absolute surprise.
Okay. I will not mention that
Don't
you
mention
are planning
me
to.
at all.
Okay, I will not. I will get a sense of what she is interested in, and I will get back to you.
This is gonna be
musicians
great.
are hopeless romantics.
This is gonna be a great day.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Professor Raythrin. Good luck with your vocal warm-ups.
Thank you, Mira. If any of my students had to date my daughter, I'm glad that it's you because at least you're.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know if that's a compliment.
He'll pat you on the shoulder and walk away.
That's so awkward.
Okay, I need to find wherever the fuck Delmas is because I need out of this situation. This is such a fucking disaster waiting to happen.
Delmas, we need to hide your mom.
I love the parallels. I didn't think about this until right at this very instant, but I love the parallels of both Raythrin, Elric, and
Yes.
Mira serenading.
Doing the
their-
exact. Yes, it's very good.
I had not thought about that until this moment, and that's very good stuff.
I mean, it worked for Delmas, so there's a point in the favor of doing that.
Exactly.
But Delmas did also directly tell Mira, don't bring up music, so I mean...
Yikes.
Don't come to my party, comes.
I mean, yeah.
Mira's grown, okay?
She has.
She listens to Delson.
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 Nelson.
Is Delson like the alternate universe version of Delness?
Okay. So Mira, you're gonna run off to do that, I presume.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Wiggles follows along close at your heels, and while you're on the festival grounds, will say, he's really lost it.
Yeah. Lot there.
You hear from across the festival grounds as he pushes his way through a crowd. He's like, out of my way! I have someone's heart to win.
Yeah, I better
And,
find Delmas quickly.
Okay, so Mira runs off to find Delness back at the lemonade stand. Serenep, you're sipping lemonade through a wonderful wand straw, a hole bored straight down the middle of it. It's a decent straw. It's kind of at first there was some splinters in the mouth.
It gives a bit of a kick, though.
It definitely gives a bit of a kick.
Good thing wood is digestible.
I get to use it.
Constitution saving throw.
I mean, just because wood is digestible doesn't mean they should be ingesting it in the first place.
I mean, I've been spitting out the little pieces that get into my mouth, but you should probably
Yeah,
I don't know.
I might need to smooth them out.
Smooth out the insides of these.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start doing that.
Yeah.
I have a table here. I've had a table here in my notes for 2 years. That is a random wand
Oh
list.
boy.
A random
Oh
wand generator.
boy.
And I was
no.
waiting for it to come up last time, and I had it prepared. And for some reason, this time I was like, they won't use it, so I didn't have this prepared. But Ben mentioned, there's probably a kick to it. Serenep, can you roll a D8 for me?
Oh, don't. What have you done to me?
Well, no. I mean, everybody who buys a lemonade gets a magic straw. They get a wand straw. So clearly, I mean, they're old, but they're still sort of usable.
I guess. There it is, a
D8.
D8.
I'm scared.
This is good
I'm
stuff.
scared.
That is a 7.
Oh no. Oh no.
Everything horrible's
Okay.
happening.
Uh-oh.
Serenep, as you are sipping at this lemonade, it's almost like Mira. Well, Mira's not here. Sorry. It's almost like Winsler and Integrity are moving ever so slightly slower to your perception. Everyone around you is just moving that slight bit slower. And as you, Mira's not here. And as you, Winsler and Sarah. as you, Winsler,
Who am
and
I?
Integrity stare or like finished working. The most recent customer leaves the booth, and you see Serenep kind of just sitting there or standing there. You see her tapping her foot or like doing a regular Serenep mannerism. And like looking around the festival, doing her regular thing, kind of head on a swivel, I would imagine, looking out for your parents, right? It just seems that tiny bit sped up as the wand Serenep is sipping out of had just the little remnants of haste.
Oh
left in there.
boy.
Oh,
boy.
So in a couple minutes you'll probably crash heart a slight amount, right? Like it just feels, for all intents and purposes, Serenep, as if you've had a bit too much sugar.
Did we put
maybe.
too much sugar in the lemonade?
No,
This is caffeinated lemonade.
it was the perfect ratio.
Sorry, no, I
We
think
tasted
it's
it.
pretty.
Serenep,
think it's a
are
pretty decent
you
amount. I just-
okay?
I don't know why you're talking so slow right now, Winsler. It's very odd. This is actually really good lemonade. I will say, whatever we did with the batch last night went perfectly. It tastes really good, but I do notice that I think I might have had a little bit too much. So I'm probably going to sit out on a second cup. But very good lemonade, I will say.
I think we need to cut back on the sugar.
You need water, Serenep.
Oh my god.
Maybe some water would be nice. I don't know why you're talking so slow. I don't think having this much sugar. I don't think I've had this much sugar before, so maybe it's just that
You
it's a weird
know, with
combination.
all the cider that they got at the festival, there doesn't seem to be a stand for water.
I'm going
Well,
to
I mean,
like.
with the mixture of creating lemonade, wouldn't there be water on standby or at least some ice? Maybe I can suck on some ice. Maybe that'll help me calm myself down. Maybe I'm just really nervous. Maybe it's just like an anxiety mixed with the sugar, mixed with, I don't know. Maybe lemonade. I don't know. Does lemonade have a lot of sugar in it naturally? Like, do lemons have a lot of sugar in it naturally?
You hear from outside of the festival grounds, feet away, you hear a loud clap. That wasn't a very loud clap, but like I don't have very large hands, so I can't impersonate this very well. I'm sorry. I can't role play this character.
Ben, we need you to
but
clap, please.
It's
Thank you.
kind of like that.
How
but
about
more-
this?
I imagine it with more oomph. Okay, one of
There, we
those.
got it.
One of those is definitely how it sounds, maybe. And you also hear that like the dropping of bags, right? Like these two sounds. You hear the dropping of bags and then this big old clap, and then Winsler Wallaby. You hear, well, if it ain't my boy Winsler.
Oh
And you
my
look through
god.
those gates, and you see
Dramatic
wide-
head turn.
a dramatic head turn. Yeah, from Serenep going, is there too much sugar in this? I should suck on ice. And then you hear the clap, and you turn over. Your head spins. You see standing there your two wonderful parents, Winsler.
Oh my god.
Your dad, this wide dwarven man, this giant bristly beard that looks unkempt as all hell. He has a straw hat that's kind of fraying at the ends.
Oh my
on. He has like
Oh
he
my
has
God.
overalls with no shirt
Oh
on underneath.
no.
It's almost just like hair.
Yes.
The ultimate dad.
he hasn't changed
glasses
at all.
and everything. Your mom looks absolutely great. She's wearing like a nice like a kind of like quilted-ish dress style thing. Winsler, I don't think you've ever seen your mom in a dress.
No.
Right? Like she doesn't own one. She just wears pants all the time, right? Like typical thing. Everyone in the farm just wears overalls constantly, right? The same pair of overalls every single day. It seems like she's gotten very nicely dressed for this whole thing.
That looks like my
What-
bed quilt.
and it looks to be like your father has these two giant bags that are just like filled to the brim, like big like weekend style like duffel bags.
Oh,
Winsler.
boy.
Like just leather traveling bags. They look stuffed to the absolute brim. Like one of the zippers is almost like ripping off one of them. There's zippers in this world, apparently. That was like momentary. And he drops both of these bags and like runs over to you to give you just a big old hug. And it's like just so
Yes.
so like his very like these large hairy arms just like can completely get around you. Not the tallest man in the world, but you know, he's wide as hell. And just gives you a big old hug. And then we'll
Awesome.
look up to your other two friends standing here. and will take off his hat. You see he's kind of like balding on the top, just like sweat streaked kind of longer hair, and like brushes his hair over to the side and will wipe his hands like on his overalls and put out a hand to you, Integrity, and say, "It's nice to meet you. You can just call me Pa."
Nice to meet you, Pa Wallaby.
No Wallaby, none of that business. Just Pa.
Pa.
Paw. Now, give me a good handshake. I'll give you a big hug, too. And he's holding Winsler with his left arm, and he, reaches out a big arm for you, and Integrity, scoops you in, and, gives you a big old hug. Serenep, Winsler's mother, will walk over to you and say, "Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. We're Winsler's parents. What's your name? It's a I'm Teresa. It's a pleasure." And she'll put out a hand.
Yeah, Mom.
Serenep will put out her hand and shake her hand. Obviously, a little bit too fast. She's like, it's a pleasure to meet you, Teresa. My name is Serenep Cinderman. I'm one of Winsler's classmates. and
You're
friends.
energetic.
Yeah.
I think I've had too much lemonade.
Yeah, Ma, Pa, these are two of my friends that I made pretty early in Wildcliff. We're missing one of them. I think she got pulled away on some important business, but I'm pretty sure she'll be back soon. Do you want some lemonade?
Oh, I'd love nothing more. That's not the voice. I've just gone wild with it. Hello and welcome to Luke Does 1,000 Different Southern Accents. Oh, I would love a glass of lemonade, Winsler. Boy. And he'll ruffle your head, your hair on the top of your head. And then he'll stop for a moment and look at your hair and say, "What the hell happened to you? Did you burn your hair off? What's gone on? What's your eyebrows? They're all burnt."
Lemonade?
Well, funny story about that.
Lemonade accident.
Integrity.
As you're preparing.
Integrity is
lemonade.
She's in alchemy class, and she asked me to help her out with one of her projects, and it kind of exploded a little bit in my face, but I'm okay. I just lost it. I just lost some hair here and there, and
I don't know what that alchemy is, but sounds mighty smart of you.
I'm so
Yep.
sorry
Look
for
at you,
burning your
And
child.
I do need you to make a deception check with advantage though, Winslow.
Okay.
And he will take a cup of lemonade. He downs it in one, Integrity, and hands it back to you.
You didn't even use the straw.
It's just dripping down the front of his beard, just mixing in with the other grime that's there.
With advantage, you
Pa and
said?
Teresa are my favorite parents.
With advantage.
Oh, thank
please.
God.
Yeah, because
Okay, that was a
your father
7.
doesn't
That was a
know that much.
17. I rolled a 6.
okay.
Oh my god.
He seems to buy it. Yeah, Winslow, he seems to buy it. And he'll go,
Doesn't take much to
Oh.
convince my pa.
"Oh, laugh. I just assume the laugh of an academic folks pretty dangerous, Lots of books around, magic,
Mostly books.
mostly a lot of books. I've been around. I went to a library once, reached for it, looking for an almanac. Let me tell you, you believe you me. That thing, that library nearly damn fell right on over on me." And Winsler's mother will kind of say, oh, don't mind him. He's just exaggerating. It was only a single bookshelf that fell over on him. And your father, Pa, will continue and say, "But I thank you." And he'll put a big old mitt on your shoulder, Integrity. He'll say, "I thank you for looking after my boy.
Always.
It's been a rough time this past year without him around. I missed him dearly. It's great to be here, though. I am so excited. We put all the cows up in the barn. We got a farm hand just for the week. I'm so excited to see it go on. This is the first vacation I had in 250 years. I'm gonna enjoy it. Today's the only day I'm wearing shoes. After that, it's all relaxation, watching my boy do well.
Heck yeah.
You've raised a good boy here.
Good is subjective if you really know Winsler.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you both have a great time. I mean, the festival's just getting started, so there's going to be a lot to do over the next few days.
Yeah. Where can we put our, I brought you a lot of food. I figured they weren't, by the looks of you, they ain't feeding you enough, or you're not eating enough. So I brought you a lot of food
All right,
so that
so
you can get fed.
you can leave all that at my dorm room.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
All right.
gonna tell them the directions of how to get to the dorm room. And
Okay.
you can just walk right in. My roommate may or may not be there. I'm pretty sure.
All
His
right.
name is Kurt.
Okay.
So if he's in there, don't mind him too much. Introduce yourself if he's there. But if he's not, don't worry about
absolutely.
it. Just drop everything wherever you please. That should be fine.
Absolutely. And then your father will kind of like walk over. He gives you a big pat on the shoulder, Sereneph. You feel like it almost feels sticky on your shoulder where he tapped, probably because of all the sugar in the lemonade, right? And he was just like wiping his beard that whole time. And he goes over and picks up those 2 huge like weekender style bags, and like your mom will come over and give you a big hug, a nice kiss on the cheek. She kind of does look at your hair and looks at you and goes, "Oh, it's so nice to see you. It's been a rough year on the farm without you around. Your dad's getting old. You might not know that. Your pa's getting a bit old. It's a bit harder. We did get the farm hand. And don't tell him I told you, but I think we're gonna hire them full time just while you're here in school, Winsler."
Oh, you think?
Well, your dad had a bit of a incident. He fell in the field one night. I didn't find him until the next morning.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's old. He's had a long, working this kind of life. It breaks your body after time. But once you're done here, you can come back and start helping out at the farm, right? And over the winter and all that too.
Yeah, I'll definitely be doing that.
Yeah.
I kind of miss home, you know.
Yeah. It's lonely with only the 2 of us.
Yeah. I miss old Betsy too.
Oh, you gonna see the Cavs this year. You left before they got all named, Winsler. Oh, there's 6 or 7 new ones this year.
Oh my god.
I'm so excited for you to meet them. They're the best. They're just the darndest things.
That's exciting. I'm so
we'll,
sorry
we'll
I
get
missed
out
it.
Of you and no. We'll go get out of you and your friend's hair. We'll go drop your things off at your room and take a stroll about. I'll try to keep them a little civilized, okay?
All right. Don't worry about that too much.
Okay. It's wonderful seeing you, son.
It's good seeing you too, Ma.
I love you.
I love you too. Take care of Pa as well.
And she gives you a big old kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
And we'll like hug you, Integrity, on the way by. And they'll head out. As they walk away, you can just hear your dad hooting and hollering.
Oh my god.
He's like, "My boy, he's all grown up," and stuff like that. As you see him like wiping at his face to like tears that aren't there. As they walk away off towards the dorm room.
I hope that wasn't too much for you. I come from very humble origins.
Serenep has like pulled the side of the shelf forward to kind of like just clean up the sticky section that has happened from his pad. Like she has like a wet wipe she has a couple of wet wipes that she's like just kind of cleaning it off as like a quick solution. She's like, honestly, your parents seem very, very sweet. I really enjoyed talking to Teresa. Or should I call her Ma? Or should I? Because I know he said that you should call him. That you should call him Pa. Or I don't know. I didn't really get introduced properly. But
everyone calls him Pa. You can call my mom Ma or Teresa, whichever one works for you. They don't really care that much.
They're the sweetest.
okay, yeah, it's good to know. But they're very sweet people.
He's crying a little bit because that was just like so wholesome. It's like lots of love there, and then him being like, or her being like, "Oh, your dad's old," and
Yeah.
There's gonna be a time where I'm gonna have to go back once school's all done, and I'll be the one taking over everything and making sure the farm keeps going. It's nice that they have a farm hand, but I don't know if they're going to be able to handle everything eventually. But we may not be rich in terms of the material sense, but we're rich because we got a lot of love, and that's what matters.
I'm just gonna take a sip of my kid-sized lemonade.
Don't cry in the lemonade.
Okay.
And then Integrity
and
pulls like 1 silver and puts it in.
You take 1 silver. Okay, yeah. Absolutely. And I think with that, we'll end this here episode. Ben, can you do the outro for us?
Sure. Thank y'all for listening to this episode of Trials Trebuchets. I can't not do the farm voice. If you enjoyed it, please leave a review on our Apple Podcast page. We really love it a lot, and we love to hear from y'all and see all the nice things that you say and
See all
you
the
know,
y'all
it-
nice things you gotta
it
say
also
about
help-
the show.
Stop. It also just helps spread the word about our show.
Yes.
We also have our social media pages for Twitter and Instagram at Trials and Trebs. You can check previews for upcoming episodes that we post there every Tuesday. We also show fan art and a bunch of other cool stuff there that you
Yeah.
can find. So
It's neat.
do give it a follow and check
And
it out.
If you make something, art of the show, fan art of the show, jokes
Tag
about the
us.
show, tag us in it so that we can see it. And
We wanna
enjoy
see it.
and love it. Because it's very good. And everyone's very talented.
Yeah. We also have a Discord that you can find in the link of the description of this episode, which you can click on and join our server and
Yes.
speak with a bunch of cool folk, Speak with a bunch. We're sometimes around, so you can chat with us. Sometimes
Yes.
we're not always there, but it's a good old wholesome place where you can meet
and-
like-minded folk.
Imagine us like the birds in the rafters and on the eaves, just watching over everything. And even though we aren't screaming at you from the eaves, your initials, just know that we're there anyways.
And for those who are feeling extra generous, we also have a Patreon page where you can become a patron to one of our various tiers. And what
Yes.
that allows us to do is it allows us to keep the show going, and we want to definitely make more of the show because we love doing it. But it's also a way for us to continue living. I guess is a good way to put
We
it.
need to continue living in order to continue making the show.
Yes. So in turn, it's like hand in hand,
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, right? And the
Yeah.
link to
Oh,
that is in
and
the description.
zippers were invented roughly 50 years after trains.
Oh my god. You
never
done
gonna
did it
end.
now.
Well, they were invented about 200 years early in this timeline.
Makes
Sarah.
sense. Different world.
Anyways, thank you everyone for listening this week. It was a blast. We're doing festival stuff, having festival times. Tune in next week for more lighthearted festival time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
We did not get to fight
Bye.
kids this time, but we will find time next time. Bye.